Hi, my name is Susannah Brady. I'm one of the midwifery lecturers in the School of Nursing and Midwifery and Social Work, and I'm here today to talk to you about an innovative teaching mechanism that I've come up with this semester. Originally, we're having a new curriculum introduced in our school, and so for me it was the first time that I had to run an online course, and so I wanted to come up with an innovative way to get students engaged in what they were doing, and I guess I was a little bit concerned that I wouldn't know who they are and what they were doing. So what I came up with was an assessment piece for the course Woman-Centered Care, a Philosophy in Midwifery Practice that was a video case study. So what I did was I wanted essentially for the students to tell me week by week how they were developing their own philosophy of woman-centered care. So I came up with an idea that they should do a 2-minute video journal each week across 10 weeks of the semester and submit it to me each week for marking so that I could give them some feedback on it. Lots of reflection in midwifery and lots of learning occurs through the art of storytelling and narrative pedagogy. So those were the things that I wanted to capture for the students and to get them to do. So lots of interesting things happened. When essentially I went to IT and I told them this idea of what I wanted to do, and they helped me. They were really helpful in helping me set up the machinations of putting videos up online, giving students instructions and the like. Of course, I wrote a task sheet and an assessment rubric for this as well. Really interesting things happened. Students are often asked in midwifery to reflect in written format, and this was the first time that they've been asked to do it in video format. And of course, it's the younger generation that always carries a phone in their hand. So what I said to them, I initially had a class, and I said, what I want you to do is to take your phone at the end of each shift and then to reflect on how the care you gave was woman-centered. So really interesting things happened was I found that I was able to see them reflecting. I could almost see the thought processes in their minds, and I found that really interesting. I also found that I was also able to recognize the students. So when I saw them in a class or a lecture theater, I knew who they were, and I sort of had an idea how they felt about practice. A lot of their emotion that's connected to clinical practice came across, and for me that was really the most exciting thing. So I could hear not only in their reflection, I could see that they were feeling what they had done. And across the course of the semester, I was able to give weekly feedback and help them to steer their reflections towards woman-centered care.
This morning I had a shift in birth suite, and we had a woman come in and she told us that she really didn't want an epidural during her labour and that she needed us to help her get through without getting one. And this was the first time I've had a woman in labour without an epidural, which is cool. So according to Standard 5.1 in the Midwifery Competency Standards, midwives are required to use their knowledge and skills to facilitate an optimal birth experience for that woman and promote the process of normal physiological birth. So that's exactly what this woman needed us to do for her. And so according to an article on non-pharmacological approaches for pain relief in labour by Charlotte et al., it supports the use of heat, water immersion, relaxation techniques, massage and position changes as ways for women to somewhat control their labouring process. So this woman did all of that. She was in the shower, walking around, had music playing, and her partner was there massaging her. And then when it was time to give birth, she knew that it just wasn't working being on all fours or lying on her back. So she ended up standing up and giving birth standing, which is really awesome. And I think that to me, probably one of the most important parts of woman-centered care is that we are empowering women to take control of their own birth rather than us using our skills and knowledge as a health professional to take control of it for them. I think we should be helping them to do it themselves. So she didn't need us palpating her contractions because she knew when they were peaking and when she needed to push. And our role was more supporting her when she was tired, helping her have a safe birth and giving the suggestions for more non-pharmacological pain management techniques. And it was just so amazing to see this woman get the birth outcome that she wanted. And I hope that in the future I can use the research that I've now looked at and my experience of what sort of techniques worked for her to be able to make useful suggestions to women in the future and just help women have such an amazing birth experience like this one.
This is all going to culminate in assessment task 3, which is to make a documentary of how they develop their woman-centered care behaviors across the semester. They're going to do this in a face-to-face symposium type presentation where they're all going to share a montage of these 10 videos that they made and hopefully discuss with each other some of the value in developing these woman-centered care philosophies.